My friends, my fellow warriors, look around you. Do you see the stone walls of my city? Do you see the bronze on your shields? Good. Now tell me, what is the name of the greatest giant you have ever faced? Most people, when they look at my life, they name Goliath, a towering, brazen spectacle of a man. But I, David, tell you this: Goliath was not the biggest threat I ever encountered. The most terrifying enemy I ever faced, the enemy that pinned me down, robbed me of sleep, and tried to poison my vision, was not flesh and blood. It was the whisper in my own mind. The greatest giant we all face is fear itself. You see the crown, the robes, the security of the palace, but I want you to remember the hills. I want you to remember the dust and the heat of the wilderness. Before I ever stood against Goliath, I was just a boy, keeping watch over my father's sheep. It was lonely work, and that is where fear found me first. It wasn't the fear of 1,000 soldiers. It was the sharp, immediate terror of a lion snatching a lamb or a bear attacking the flock. These were not duels for glory. They were primal battles for survival. And this is the first great truth I learned. Mental strength is not found in the absence of fear, but in the decision to act despite it. Every time I rescued a lamb, every time I struck down a beast, I wasn't just saving an animal. I was gathering evidence. Evidence that I was capable. Evidence that when the crisis came, I would rise to meet it. That is the true psychology of courage. Now let us speak of Goliath. When the whole army of Israel saw him, they did not see a man. They saw a statistical impossibility. Their minds immediately calculated the odds. He is bigger. He has more armor. He will win. That is the trick of fear. It makes the threat large and makes you small. But I had my evidence. I didn't see Goliath's size. I saw his vulnerability. My mind didn't calculate the odds of him winning. It calculated the certainty of God prevailing. Mental strength begins when you change the equation. Instead of allowing the threat to define your capability, you must allow your purpose, your past successes, and your conviction to define the threat. Goliath was not a mountain. He was simply a target. When I approached Goliath, I didn't rely on hope. I relied on memory. I told King Saul, "Your servant has killed both the lion and the bear. This uncircumcised Philistine will be like one of them." This is your greatest lesson in mental discipline. You must leverage your past victories to neutralize your present anxiety. Think back to the last time you were truly tested, that business deadline you thought you couldn't meet, that moment of grief you thought would break you, that difficult conversation you avoided for months. You survived it. You overcame it. When the next challenge, the next Goliath, stands before you, you must stop listening to the fear that says, "You can't do this," and start reciting the evidence of your life. I have slain the lion. I have slain the bear. I am prepared for this. Your history is your greatest arsenal against fear. The battle against fear is lost when your focus is scattered. The Philistines wanted us to focus on their taunts, their armor, their war machines. They wanted us to enter their battlefield, but I refused. When I stepped into the valley, I spoke to Goliath, but I defined the terms of the fight. I said, "You come against me with sword and spear and javelin, but I come against you in the name of the Lord Almighty." Mental strength means shifting your gaze from the immediate, overwhelming noise of the threat to the fixed, unwavering purpose of your life. When you fix your gaze toward God, the giant becomes a mere symptom, and the larger purpose becomes your driving force. You are fighting for something greater than yourself, and that realization renders personal fear irrelevant. I did not spend days debating military strategy. I did not try to learn how to wear King Saul's heavy armor. Why? Because delay breeds doubt, and doubt is fear's favorite weapon. I chose 5 smooth stones and my simple sling, tools I knew intimately, and I ran toward the line of battle. Fear is vanquished not by grand planning, but by swift, decisive action with the tools you already possess. Do not wait for the perfect moment or the perfect suit of armor. Take the brave step forward. Momentum kills fear. Every one of you has a giant waiting in your valley, a Goliath of debt, of uncertainty, of self-doubt. Remember my story. The fight is won not in the arena, but in the mind. Resize the threat. Recite your past victories. Fix your gaze on your purpose. Now go forward. Run toward your battle. May my God who took down Goliath empower you to face the giants of your world. Go forth and claim your victory.